To rewind the clock just about 2 months ago, the Electoral Commission offices were a beehive of activity, with over 150 hopefuls speaking expression of interest forms for the presidency, each armed with a dream of steering Uganda into a new dawn, or at least getting their names on the ballot. But like a tough exam with very few passing marks, only 8 candidates were eventually cleared to run for the top seat.
Akena Robert
Now fast forward to today, the dust of disappointment hasn't fully settled. A group of those who didn't make the nomination cut, still smarting from what they call Electoral Commission comedy, have decided to join forces under the Conservative Party's presidential flag bearer, Elton Joseph Mabirizi.
It is so sad that young people all over here came to serve this country in that capacity and were seen as jokers, were blocked from exercising their right.
Uganda needs a new conversation. There's a lot of decadence even in the morals of people. When you go around, like some of us who are moving across the country looking for signatures, everybody you tell to put for you, to append for you a signature on your papers, he asks for money. Since when did Uganda become to that level?
The party's president, John Ken Lukyamuzi, fondly known as the Man, welcomed the once hopeful aspirants, saying their new alliance is not just about politics, but about rescuing Uganda's democracy from intensive care.
We have a cornerstone of the Odoki constitutional recommendations, which found 97% of support in Buganda and about 65% of support of federalism throughout Uganda. That is the empirical evidence which we can use to fight on. So I propose that you don't bother President Museveni. Go to Parliament, get proper members of Parliament, and make sure that you amend the Constitution so that we command the distribution of powers, executive powers, functions, independence throughout the 16 regions.
Meanwhile, Mabirizi, who was scheduled to be on the campaign trail in Bugweri and Mayuge, skipped the rallies, opting instead to voice what he called the injustices of a biased campaign field. He accused the electoral system of playing favorite, leaving some candidates with microphones and others with only megaphones.
Campaign, but there is injustice. Last Tuesday but one, I was in Entebbe, Nachiwogo, and I tried to put up my posters along that road of Nachiwogo. And the army, the soldiers who are keeping there, they refused us totally. I tried along that entry road, the airport road. They refused and they removed my posters. I captured one of them doing that. So the Electoral Commission must do something about that. That is injustice. There is unfairness in the process.
And as this coalition grows, one thing is clear. For these former presidential dreamers, politics might have denied them the big seat, but it surely hasn't taken away their appetite for the game. In Uganda's political theater, the curtain never really falls. It just opens for the next act. David Ijo, NTV in Kampala.